Football shirts look better with patches. That's not my opinion, it's a fact. But not all shirts come with patches when you buy them. Sometimes you have the option to add them, sometimes you've got to do it yourself. That's why we're here today to add Premier League patches to my 2012-13 Aston Villa Away Kit. Fun fact, this kit was also reused as the 13-14 third kit. I say fun, but this was not a fun time to be an Aston Villa fan. We were barely surviving relegation for a few years there. Pretty much the only reason we survived were the goals scored by Christian Benteke. If you're a returning viewer and familiar with the channel, you know that I'm a huge Christian Benteke fan. I actually met him a couple of months ago and felt the need to personally thank Benteke for helping keep Villa in the Premier League for those few years. If you're new, now is a great time to subscribe. My name is Jack Grimse, and on my channel, I talk about football shirts and how they connect us to the beautiful game. You may have seen some of my other kit videos or some of the other videos that I've published. Anyway, let's get into it. What you'll need for this is an iron, an ironing board, your patches that you want to apply, a piece of wax paper or parchment paper, a piece of cardboard to put inside the sleeve, and of course, a football shirt. A ruler or measuring tape also could be helpful. Last time I eyeballed it and it turned out okay. I've done a couple of these now, but you always want to be careful. This one will be a little different because we have two patches, one on each sleeve. Nowadays, most clubs have a sleeve sponsor, but before they were cashing in on that valuable real estate, there was a Premier League patch on both sleeves. Additionally, this is a long sleeve kit and I've only done short sleeves before. Luckily, I have another long sleeve kit with Premier League patches, so I'm gonna model it on this one a bit, plus some old photos of the time to make sure we get an accurate print. Before turning on your iron, you should do all of the setup. Let's prepare the shirt by putting this little piece of cardboard inside the sleeve. Just gonna get this right into the middle of the sleeve so it's nice and even. I can tell where the seam is on the bottom. There's no seam on the top. So just gonna try to fit it right in the middle of the seam. Then we're gonna take the badge. These badges are gonna kind of fit like this. Example photo that I have, pretty much thereabouts. After placing the badge, let's put this sheet of parchment paper over the top to protect the shirt. Turn your iron on and put it to the cotton setting, which should be about 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 204 degrees Celsius. We saw what happened last time I used the home iron. I kind of fried the 9 on this Suarez shirt, so I'm gonna be a little more careful this time around. This shirt, they're a little bit lower, but in the example one, they were a little bit higher up. Actually gonna use this measuring tape to make sure I get a consistent placement. Top of the crown on the lion, I'm gonna go 17 centimeters. This one's only about 11 or 12. I'm gonna do it at 15. Once you've got your badge placed and you're happy with the placement, it's time to iron. Got the parchment paper on, the iron is hot and ready. I'm gonna press this down for 3 increments of 20 seconds. Maybe you don't even need that much. Let's see, I probably did this for just about 2 increments of 15 seconds maybe. It's just a badge, it's not a name set, so no need to peel anything. It's already done, just like that. I know I said 3 increments of 20, but decided to go a little less, just 2x15. This is one of my favorite shirts and I don't want to burn it. So it looks like we've got it. I'm gonna let this cool off for a little bit and set up the other side. It looks pretty centered. Looking good so far. Halfway done. Now for patch number 2. So once again, gonna set this up for the other sleeve and try to see if we can replicate the magic there. Find that seam and look to get it centralized under your hand in there. Cardboard goes in. Okay, so I put that one 13 centimeters from the top. Hopefully we've got that as centered as possible. Parchment paper for patch number 2. We're gonna go 15 seconds, 2 applications. It went a little quick last time. Again, every patch is different, so just err on the side of caution. Maybe even a little bit less. 4 sets of 5 seconds, 4x5. What I'm checking for is the edge peeling off whatsoever, and it's not moving, so I think we've got a pretty good stick. That's what we're looking for. We want it to stick on. Obviously, you're gonna wash your kits. You might even put them in the washing machine, so you don't want this to be falling off, and it's essential that you get a good stick the first time. Cardboard out, parchment paper out, iron off. Here's how it's looking so far. You can see just a little bit of the the marking from the iron. That's just because I don't usually iron my shirts, so there's gonna be a little bit there, probably until you wash it. Same thing happened with this. You could see some marks there, but it just came out in the wash. We are all set with the shirt and it looks great. But I've had this question from so many people. What are sleeve patches? Where do you buy sleeve patches? Sleeve patches are little pieces of vinyl or felt flocking that you add to a football shirt via heat transfer. They have heat activated material on the back so that when you add heat, it will transfer to the shirt. Premier League badges, for example, have changed a little bit over the years. Previously, the league was sponsored by Barclays, featuring the lion, the company logo, and Premier League on the badge. Once the title sponsor was dropped, the logo changed to be just the head of the lion, increasing visibility and branding. The most famous sleeve patch is the Champions League Star Ball, but most leagues have them in one form or another. Here are a few patches from various competitions. Bundesliga, La Liga, here's another La Liga, previous Bundesliga version, Serie A used to look like this, MLS, UEFA Conference League, Copa Libertadores, Club World Cup, and Euro 2024. Do you have any kits with patches in your collection? Now that we've established what sleeve patches are, where do you buy them? I alluded to this earlier. Oftentimes when you buy a kit, whether it be online or at a club shop, you'll have the opportunity to add a patch when you're adding printing. If you saw my video at the Bayern 04 Leverkusen club shop, you'll saw when I picked out the Bundesliga patch and the Florian Wirtz name set to add to the back of this kit. Same goes for this Jacob Ramsey kit I got at the Aston Villa club shop, adding the Champions League patch, of course. But if you didn't get it when purchasing the kit, then you're gonna have to add it yourself. That was the case for me with Aston Villa's 2023-24 home kit. I added the Conference League badge to the sleeve. And then this year when Villa made the Champions League, I had to do the same thing with the Star Ball. These patches can be tricky to find. I've seen this question in my comments a few times, and I always try to answer to the best of my ability. To ensure authenticity, it's always best to buy from the club shop or an official retailer. Subside Sports is one place you can find these patches, as well as sponsors and name sets. Another place you could try is OJ Football Shirt Restorations. OJ actually helped me out by fixing this shirt. The sponsor was in a dire state and the name was peeling off the back. OJ has name sets, sponsors, patches, pretty much everything you need to fix your shirt printing. Otherwise, eBay is always an option. That's where I got these Premier League patches, and it's where I've gotten previous patches that I've added to my football kits. I also bought the Suarez name set on eBay. Can't guarantee the authenticity, but oftentimes it's gonna be your best bet. Final thoughts and final reveal. We finished the shirt, and what better way to check than by trying it on? How do these look? Do you think they came out even? I'm gonna have to look in the mirror to do a full check for myself, but I think it's looking good. I've always loved this kit. It was one of the first shirts I had in my collection. Now that it has the patches in addition to the name set on the back, it feels complete. As I said earlier, this isn't the first home iron tutorial that I've done, so if you want to find out how to add a Champions League patch, a Conference League patch, or even a name set to the back of your kit, check out my other videos. I'm gonna link them below in the description. And if you're as massive of a Christian Benteke fan as I am, I'm sure you love this video. Thanks, Footy Fam. Appreciate you watching, appreciate the support. Another video I'm gonna link in the description is the video where I went to Washington, DC to meet Christian Benteke. Only one thing left to do at this point, a little bit of cleanup and get this shirt back onto the rack. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the support, Footy Fam. I couldn't do this without your help. Thank you, Footy Fam. A special thanks to the VIPs and Ultras who are paid subscribers on the Footy Fam Patreon. This video wouldn't be possible without your support. If you want to see your name in the credits and get other awesome perks like BTS content and more, make sure to subscribe via the link in the description.